It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
Let your girl up off the leash, nigga. If she with me, then this what she want. I got everything I need, homie. Black woman, new crib, haters talking greasy. I'ma feed him some blue steel in my day one. Fuck a friend, it's all fam. Wanna see me in your city, it's gonna take a couple grand, but it's automatic. I want the paddock with the flooded face. From the streets doing 5Ks like I signed a Mace. Bloomberg, my stocks rise, bitch, I'm uppercase. Shout to try and sit up on my face like I'm Kevin Gates. From the Camelot, niggas call me Lancelot. Walk up on the scene, girl singing like she Deborah Cox. Too many dollars ain't making sense, I had a pair of dots. Man, I'm the king of my castle, ain't talking sandbox. We don't do the drama, my team coming from trauma. From standing in front of judges to taking care of their mamas. I don't even gotta raise a fucking hand if I don't want it. Everything I do is grind day, Calibriana, nigga. Nobody can do it the way I did it. If they can't, tell them niggas come with it. Make them say, oh. Got them banging on my skis. Want a sample, dog, you gotta pay the fee. Make them say, ah. I've been up and down the road, minute block serving niggas with the flow. You already know. Let your girl up off the leash, nigga. If she with me, then this what she wanna be, nigga.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there this evening. Video number 3 for the day. That intro song is called Off the Leash. That is from the new album, Family Over Fame. If you want to get your own copy of the album, hit the link in the description right there for your tune goodie, or just visit realjnolan.com. It's going to be already there. You can get the digital, you can get the CD, you can get the cassette, or you can get the vinyl. If you want the vinyl, just click on 2LP and it'll get to you as soon as possible. Okay? Now, let's pick up on where we left off with this goddamn Drake Sauce Walka bullshit. Okay? I gotta see it through. I done covered two pieces of the story. I can't leave it where it's at. This thing is quickly evolving. But the last piece that we ended on yesterday was Miss Kylie, that's her name, Sauce Walka's baby mother. She linked up with Adam22. They posted a photo together. She had on OVO sweats. And clearly, I saw the play immediately. If they linked up, they're going to go on No Jumper and do an interview. Lo and behold, 24 hours later, we have a No Jumper interview, Adam22 and Miss Kylie. Speaking on Sauce Walka, how she met him, their relationship, their child, and of course, the part that most people are more interested in is her dealings with Drake. Okay? Now, before we get to her dealings with Drake, I did watch some of the interview just for its own merit to understand what's been going on, because she's been exposing Sauce Walka for the last week, right? And so, here's how it goes. Now, I don't know what year this was, but she says she met Sauce at the age of 18 in the club, okay? When she turned 18, she was dancing in a strip club, okay? She went straight into the nightlife, straight into, you know, that's typically how it goes for a lot of people, you know what I mean? That don't have other things set up for themselves. They want fast money. They go to the strip club. And typically that's how you get either introduced into the pimp game, the porn game, or something else in soliciting your body, sex work. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a pipeline. Not everybody, but y'all know what I'm talking about. If you don't, go look it up. So she met him in the strip club. And at a certain point, they became acquainted. And she said right off the bat, he propositioned her with a business opportunity for him to become her pimp, to start selling her out. I guess he seen something he liked, and he knew others would like it too. And they went into their situation. Eventually, off the back, she became his girl, and they did that. Okay? Now, in this interview, she also talks about how this life is not necessarily easy to navigate. She talks about abuse from Sauce Walka. She talks about, um, you know, the control elements, the emotional abuse, also in tandem with the physical abuse. She talks about trying to help him overcome his addiction to lean. She even, she posted that video of him looking strung out in the studio. So they have a long, tumultuous relationship. They have a child now. And then eventually in 2024, she meets Drake. 2024, y'all, the infamous year. So he had a birthday party out in Houston, which I'm actually aware of that birthday party. I was not there, of course. I've never actually been to Houston, not yet anyway. But I was made aware that he had a birthday party out in Houston by somebody that's on the ground out there. And this person, doesn't particularly like how Drake moves in the city. Very similar complaint as to what Sauce has been saying for many years. Although they're diametrically opposed, this person is not associated with Sauce. Right? So at this birthday party, Drake made his acquaintance to her. She was there on her own volition. She claims she was not sent. She said it was her and a group of friends, and it was kind of like a private situation. She was there. Sauce was there, but they were not there together. She says that Sauce was basically, surveilling the scene. He had his people keeping an eye on her. Eventually, Drake came up to her, introduced. And from there, they hit it off. Okay? At that point, I'll let her go ahead and describe the situation. I just wanted to set the scene so y'all know exactly why we're here. Disclaimer, I'm gonna play this up until I can no longer take it, and then I'm gonna cut this shit off. All right. But we gotta get to the details.
I met him back in 2024 on his birthday that he had in Houston.
Okay, and you were just at the club or something?
Yeah, it was like a private event. Well, it was kind of open to the public or something, and then I was invited, so I went, and I brought a lot of my friends with me. I think I was with 8 or 9 girls, we're all bad bitches, BBLs, look pretty, look good. Mm-hmm. So it caused a lot of attention, I'm assuming, and he came up and introduced himself to all of us. Okay.
And how long did it take before he figured out that you were Sauce Walka's baby mama? Because him and Sauce have been kind of trading words for really since the very beginning of Drake's career, which is kind of crazy. A lot of people are just realizing that now.
I don't know, maybe.
Okay.
Definitely not the beginning of Drake's career. Drake's career started at 2007, 2006, really? Got signed with Cash Money, Young Money a year or two later. He was doing shit way before Sauce ever said anything. Sauce came out on him, 2014? Nigga had a whole career before Sauce. I'm not a Drake advocate, but god damn it, man. Chill out.
Fairly quickly.
He figured it out. Yeah. Did that seem like that was of interest to him?
Maybe, I guess.
Maybe.
I can't speak for him, but yeah.
Okay, and so how many times did you say you and Drake hung out, or how did that kind of unfold?
A few times,
Okay.
But we had a good run. He's a great man. Appreciate him for everything, and that's all I'm gonna really say about that.
Okay, and at some point he ends up getting you a car.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I don't understand is why people show up, lights, camera, action. Nigga, you know what the fuck. Well, let me not say nigga because we ain't got none on the screen. But you know what the fuck you here for. You know what the people want to know about. Then you're going to say, well, that's all I'm going to say about that. Do you understand? Nobody cares that you woke up and put some goddamn degree under your underarms. Nobody gives a fuck what brand of soap or lotion you use. Don't nobody give a damn about you and your 9 friends, BBLs looking good. They want to know what's up with you and Drake. Why is Sauce crashing out? Why? What happened? If you ain't here for the lights, cameras, and action to tell that story, you should have stayed home. These people be all Billy Badass, and then soon as the motherfucking shit hit record, people want to be tight-lipped about a situation. Miss me with this bullshit.
And prior, let's go back to the birthday party. My
Okay.
baby daddy went to the birthday party.
Sauce was there.
Yes.
Okay.
And he knew I was there. He had his little minions running around my section, keeping an eye on me. And then from what I heard, he was there for about 5 minutes and left because he was uncomfortable that I was there, and I'm sure he knew what was about to go down.
Oh, shit.
He
Wait,
knew.
what was going to go down?
You know, I'm sure he knew Drake was going to talk to me and I was going to do what I was going to do, and I'm sure he had a gut feeling about it, and he didn't want to see it happen in person.
Oh, wow. And yeah, I could imagine. That would be tough. Did he talk about Drake a lot?
Adam, shut the fuck up. I would imagine that would be tough. How tough was it to see your woman get plowed out multiple times, nigga? Y'all, hey, let me chill, man. But you get the fuck out of here, man. We ain't pulling no punches on these clowns, man.
Yeah. So, ever since my relationship with him, and with that, which was 2 years ago, you know, ever since that happened, almost every conversation I have with him, with my baby daddy, he mentions Drake in one way or another. If I ask him and I'm like, hey, can you give me some money for Splash so I can, you know, pay for his daycare this month?
Your child is named Splash, for the record.
Splash, yes.
Okay.
No, call Drake. He can do it.
So he was really butthurt about that one, huh?
Yeah.
Because
90% of our conflict at this moment is because of Drake. And I'm like, that happened 2 years ago. Get over it. Like, why do you have your nuts in a twist over this man so badly? Like, do you want to go fuck him?
Yeah.
So she's claiming that she linked with Drake. She claims a few times in 2024 they had a good run. But she's also saying that the current issue that they're having is also centered around Drake. Now, Sauce, of course, he's claiming that he sent her, that he was pimping her out, that he was getting the bread. He said she's his fifth girlfriend that, you know, basically ran Drake's pockets. Not ran his pockets in terms of like robbery, but in terms of milking him for the bread, for his attention. Right? But she's saying they linked up a few times 2 years ago. I feel like there's some things that are missing from the story, but I'll continue.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow.
If that's what you want to do, then, you know, shoot your shot, homeboy.
His whole persona he puts out there is like he's so player that he couldn't possibly care about what another man has going on. And it's like, yeah, from the outside looking in, it seems like you're pretty tender over Drizzy having had any kind of association with one of your baby mamas.
And mind you, Drake has done more for me than my baby daddy has ever done since the moment I've met him. So let's just make that very clear.
Financially, he's just been willing to.
Financially, and he just obviously treated me better. Just normal conversations. Never called me out my name. My baby daddy, I can't even get $100 out of you without pulling some fucking teeth.
Wow. Yeah, because like that's one thing. I had Chromaz on here a couple months ago, and you know, I brought up Drake, and she just had absolutely nothing but good things to say about him, and that really stood out to me. That like, for being a bit of a playboy who's obviously been associated with a lot of girls over the years, you really don't hear any of them have anything bad to say about him.
Yeah, I have nothing bad to say about him.
Right.
He's a great human.
Yeah.
You know, if you have...
There was somebody out here that was trying to act like they was going to expose him last year. Who was the girl on it? Like the Mexican or I don't know her ethnic background. I know she was Hispanic though, but I don't know what country. What was the Spanish girl out here saying? Remember the video that leaked out in Spanish, and she was talking about Drake and he did this and that, and then they ended up leaking some other shit from the TV show, and then she tried to make it seem like, oh no, it wasn't nothing. He was a good guy. But the tune had changed. What the fuck was that? Y'all remember that shit last year? I don't know.
Have anything bad to say about him, you're just a hater.
Wow. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like he, one way or another, he has mastered the art of not leaving a girl unhappy, which I think is a very useful thing, because we all know what it's like when a girl's upset at the end of a relationship or at the end of a period of time speaking to somebody or whatever. So I don't know what the his secret sauce is in that regard, but he definitely seems like he always like leaves like a pretty good impression on the girls he deals with.
Yeah, he does, for sure.
For sure. So, okay. Like, when did he find out that you were spending time with Drake? Like, how did
I think he knew almost immediately from the party.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I remember the next day I woke up to him sending me a text message saying, I'm sorry and I love you. Let's, make this work for Splash and do what we need to do for Splash. And I just remember laughing at my phone like, you're fucking pathetic. You're only doing this because you saw me at Drake's party.
Right.
That's it.
Okay. As far as like, as men, how would you compare Sauce to Drake? Like, who's more of a man, or who's like the better dude overall from your perspective?
I'll be 100% hands down Drake.
Why?
Like, if on a scale, Drake would be up here and my baby daddy would be on the floor.
Oh my God. That's rough.
Yeah. And I hate to say it. I wish I chose better.
Yeah.
I wish I was a little smarter and not so naive. And,
we're so young too.
As a young female at that time, but it is what it is. And, everyone makes mistakes. I'm only human.
Right. So, okay, then there was a clip where I was on the podcast with Whack, I think, and I was speaking about Sauce sending me all these deranged text messages. And I was basically like, I didn't say any details, but I sort of said like, listen, Drake told me a little bit of information about Sauce and his baby mamas, and let me just tell you, there's some crazy shit going on. Like, that's all I said. I left it open-ended. I didn't want to like really divulge any information, and I didn't really think anybody would give a fuck about me saying that. But
that right there sent him into fucking orbit.
Wow.
That's when everything, from that moment forward, I never heard the end of it. The phone call I got after those text messages, whew, lordy lord.
What was it like?
Just, you're a fucking Drake, you fucking bitch. Da 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 da. They're fucking laughing at me. Adam22. It just was never ending.
Right.
And I was like, oh my God, here we go.
And he just recently had a clip that came out online where he said like, because you leaked like a phone call that was like right after that or whatever, and he basically was like, I wasn't mad at her for fucking with Drake. I was mad about the fact that Drake and Adam were pillow talking about me using information that was gained from you.
I don't know exactly what information that y'all are talking about. I never really spoke too much about my baby daddy with Drake.
And to be totally real, Drake didn't really tell me that much crazy shit either.
Because our relationship was not based around him. Your time spent with Drake was not spent talking about Sauce Walka, but your time with Sauce Walka at that point became primarily about talking about Drake. Jesus Christ, exactly. That's diabolical. It is diabolical. And he thinks my whole relationship with him was all about my baby daddy. And it was nothing about, maybe we had one or two conversations about him, but it was nothing like in depth or anything serious, or I didn't give him any tea on my baby daddy or anything like that. It was,
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if I had to like.
So basically what I'm gaining from this situation is the call that we heard the other day was from this dispute. You know what I'm saying? When Adam22 and I think this was like a year ago, if I'm not mistaken. Or it could have been 2024, but I thought that the information with Adam and whatever, I think that was like a year ago. So this is old phone calls being put out to the public because of whatever the fuck they got going on behind the scenes with their tumultuous co-parenting situation, right? Because she's saying he's a deadbeat. She says she can't ask him for $100 to do nothing. She's threatening to put him on child support. All of this different type of stuff. He's trying to give her bags to suffice instead of going on child support. She's not really accepting it. He's saying that y'all really don't deserve this type of shit. No way. Da 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 da. So I'm guessing that's where all of this is coming into play. He's been spiraling from her side of the story ever since she linked with Drake. And she had a short-lived relationship with Drake. Drake knew what he was doing. He was giving her money. He was bringing her around. I think he bought her a car, you know, and Sauce alleges that he was getting financial kickbacks off of Drake. And that, again, he's had 4 other women that have been in the same type of arrangement. And whatever that they get from Drake comes back to him. Okay?
Summarize the gist of what Drake told me about him. It was basically like, he don't got money like that. And this whole like...
And be clear, Drake knows exactly what he was doing because from her own mouth, she said when she met Drake at the party, he almost immediately knew that she was Sauce's baby mama. What would have given him that idea? Who would have told him that? She also said Sauce was in the party and that he knew off rip when he seen her in there what was going to happen. When Drake, he knew Drake was going to approach her and he knew what she was going to do, as in link with him. So, sounds to me like she was kind of like trying to do her own thing. He was monitoring the situation. He didn't want to see her dip out with him in a situation that was not commissioned by him. So he crashed out. That's what I'm receiving. Now, he may have stiffed some money out of her, as their relationship is not just, friends. He was pimping her out. So he probably did strong arm some of whatever spoils she received from Drake. But that's what it's looking like here. Drake knew what was going on. He probably was cued ahead of time on who she was. She probably was oblivious to the fact. Or they might have had an exchange in the DMs. Let's be clear. There's a lot of women out there who done got DMs from Drake or people on his team. You know, invitations, things like that. How does she become aware of the situation? You know? So there's a couple unanswered pieces, but you can deduce this was the right place, right time. And he knew what he was going in for. He knew Sauce had been talking shit about him for 10 years. And he knew this was going to be a one-up. Now, Sauce claims that Drake has been rapping about him for the last few albums, different women, going back to Treasures in Houston, all of this different type of stuff. Okay? Seems like she may even be trying to downplay some of her role in the situation. Very possible, but I can't say that with any certainty.
A cool player persona is cap.
Fucking fake.
And I want to be very clear, me saying her downplaying her role in the situation is absolutely not in conjunction with her being abused. I'm not saying anything like that. People will hear what they want to hear. They'll hear 2 different parts of a nigga talking in a video. They might see you at 3 minutes and then see something you say at 23 minutes and put it together like it's one statement. No, nigga, that's not what I'm saying.
He's like a psycho.
He still calls me to this day asking me for money.
Really?
Yes. And I'm like, dude, why?
But you have control of your OnlyFans now, I would assume?
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. And all of my money. And mind you, I have grown and evolved, and I'm so much better now that I'm not in his life. And he sees that and he's like, calls me. He's like, "Hey, can I get 30,000?" And I'm like, "For what, dude? Like, go buy some fucking diapers."
30,000 is crazy.
What? Like, why would he need to borrow 30,000?
That's what I say.
What the?
I thought you have $22 million.
Yeah, and he's like taking pictures with like looks like many hundreds of thousands or like $1 million in cash and shit, which is kind of weird. Like, why do you have $1 million in cash? I don't know if like the IRS would take interest in that or anything, but no,
Pretty,
I don't know. But
I hope.
pretty sure he's not reporting these these gains.
So.
you would like to see him get audited?
He needs to.
Damn, I don't want to like speak that into existence, but they do like a hotline where you like tell the IRS to investigate people and they'll like reward you.
Oh, really?
I don't know. It's just an idea.
I wouldn't do that, but I'll let someone else handle that.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. But damn. So, okay, because in that call too, he says, "I will get Drake's car shot up." That was kind of surprising to me because that's like a whole different level. Like,
Yeah,
damn,
how
you
we
like
get there?
Well, that's how he speaks to me on a daily basis.
just the constant threats of violence.
Constant threats, whether he follows through with them or doesn't, but it's constant threats, constant intimidation. And I'm like, there's nothing I can do to a man, you know, like I could slap you and maybe, ow, that hurts, but I can't hurt you the way you can hurt me. So yeah, I'm fucking scared. Yeah, I'm gonna back down and be quiet and do what you want. But yeah, that's constant.
Wow.
I don't think he would actually do anything to Drake because Drake moves like the fucking president of the United States. You can't get through to him.
Right.
You know, like even if you wanted to.
That's what I was thinking. It's kind of funny about the idea of shooting him Drake's car. Is like, well, if anybody's got a bulletproof whip, and not to mention like a bunch of fucking security around him and all this other shit.
Yeah,
like, let's be serious.
Like you can't get through to him. His security is like Donald Trump's security. Like, let's be for real.
Yeah. Did you hear the story about like Sauce pulling up on Drake while Drake was like out with a girl?
Yeah, I think that was like in 2007.
So that wasn't you? Oh, this is back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, 7.
Okay.
Damn.
Because when Ack told that story,
I was like 8 years old. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because Ack told that story and he said that like Drake didn't have security with him too. So I guess that would make sense like very early in his career. But
yeah,
I don't think Drake wasn't on in 2007.
Yeah, he wasn't shit in 07.
I don't think he was like famous until maybe 2008
he
or
was
something.
Degrassi, but damn.
That period of time.
Yeah, I think it was that period of time. I think like 2007. And yeah, I did hear about that situation.
Drake with no security in 2008 or 9 would be
make sense.
Believable, I guess. Yeah, he's just kind of getting started. But damn, so that's insane to think that it goes back that far.
Yeah. And honestly, I think the whole beef, from my whole understanding and my perspective, is I think he was just really mad that Drake didn't give him a feature. And then from also my understanding is Drake never said no to the feature. It's just he wasn't going to do it on Sauce Walka's time.
Right.
And then got mad whenever he didn't get it, whenever he wanted it on the song that he wanted it on, and pulled up on him and did whatever he did. And then now I think at that point Drake is like, fuck you, dude.
Right.
I'm not giving you shit now.
Yeah. I mean, anytime you're dealing with somebody who's like important, being pulled in a million different directions, etc. Like when I talk to Drake, it's like, wow, I think it's cool that you're even like, that you even trust me to even tell me anything that you got going on or whatever. I'm not like, vying for like, oh, you got to give me a look. Like, let me do this. Like, help me out in this.
All right, man. Let me see if there's anything else of substance to be had here. The answer was no. Okay. So I think we got about as much as we're going to get out of this situation. At this point, it's like trying to get a whole load of water out of a turnip. You know what I'm saying? It's not finna happen. But I think we get a little bit of clarity as to this being an ongoing issue. She's at the epicenter of the situation from 2024. But of course, the issue goes back way further. Sauce wanted to feature. That is a fact. Sauce been dissing Drake for over a decade. They say something about an interaction that happened in 2007. Not sure of the nature of that situation. They say that the DJ that don't spin had some insight on that. I really don't care about 2007. But You know, she did say that Drake definitely helped out financially and was more of a man than Sauce, more generous, more of a gentleman, I guess you could say, in her presence than Sauce, which I'm sure didn't take much. But she's also threatening to out him even further. There's another girl, I guess, from the stable who is ready to come out and speak as well. Wouldn't be surprised if she has an interview on Adam22, No Jumper, in the near future as well. Another girl who I believe got jumped, just like Kylie did. Kylie has put out video of cash being exchanged. And later in the day, she got jumped. I don't know, man. I don't know. But for me, I do feel like this is the end of the chapter for me, unless something explosive happens. And good Lord, that would be terrible because this shit has already been volatile from the jump. All right. Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I'll see y'all a little bit later. Okay? Hold it down, y'all. Have a good weekend. Peace.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'm never politicking, the drama be piling on. Father and great son acknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5 sit bank accounts, every day I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I can do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I'll turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your healthcare. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I read for filth. The sympathy